Courageous, and we're excited that you're watching. I have a great program right now for you today, and I have Terry Rogers with me again.
Glad to be here.
Just promise. Yeah, that's right. We got this whole COVID thing.
That's right.
I'm going
We're not.
We're not even talking about that. And I have the great Michael Austin here. And what's interesting is when I was in the house, you were there.
That's right.
And you were working. So I'll tell you what, why don't you fill us in a little bit about what you're doing, and then we do have something that we want to talk about.
Sure thing. So I was chief economist for our prior two governors, Brownback and Collier. Since then, I left the state government to work with the Kansas Policy Institute. I was their director of their fiscal policy. Did that for almost 3 years. We had some great successes.
Wow.
Look, yeah, maybe we do another program. We'll talk about the great things we were able to get done. But now I have left that organization and I want to start my own business.
That's right.
Do the same thing I've always been doing, but make my own wage.
All right, and so you're diving right into it.
That's right. There's
How
nothing
do you feel?
better. I am very, very nervous.
Are you? I understand.
Yes. A new venture, of course, never been done before. There's obviously a little trepidation, but I think the rewards for it, which is going into business for yourself, can be almost insurmountable.
Absolutely, and it is really absolutely, and it is really good to have your own thing going. You can do things the way that you want to, so that's very exciting.
That's right.
All righty, so we were sitting and talking a little bit before this program, and wanted to know what would be the one thing that you would want the people of Kansas to know, important in regards to the next election cycle, and so that's my question. What do you think it is?
If the last 5 years have taught us anything, it is Kansans need more freedom. And you can break that out in many different aspects, whether it's educational freedom, financial freedom, obviously what we've seen with COVID, government overreach, it has just been relentless. And as we approach the 2022 season, the left is going to be ready, to proverbially, fight with this cancel culture or to, create more government dependence. So, as we approach that 2022 season, we need to make sure that we're promoting more elected officials that believe in that freedom. And not only that, are able to push back, not to be offensive, not to be aggressive, but to push back to be assertive, right, in proclaiming that truth. So that we can all live, a little easier lives than we've been for the past couple of years.
We've been under, as just as a society, has been difficult. You're right. I mean, just trying to get your kids back into school has been work, or leave your home has been work. So you're right, getting these things turned over, but also too the responsibility of being in office.
Yes.
And kind of protecting people's money, from those that would rather take more.
That was Ronald Reagan's belief, right? It was to provide government services while respecting taxpayers' money. And even before COVID, how many tax increases has this state gone through? And that's because ultimately when our elected officials were at a crossroads or had to make a decision, instead of cutting wasteful programs, wasteful spending, they raised our taxes instead. So it's not just COVID as an example; it's also what's in our pocketbooks as well.
You bet. And wasteful spending is something that needs to be dealt with. I agree with you at 100%. I know you've got someplace you need to go, so I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to come and talk with us. Any last words that you'd like to say?
No, other than it was really, really great having this conversation. Oh my goodness.
As short as it
Thank
was.
you so much for pulling me in.
Of course.
So I hope we can have more in the
We will.
future.
Yes,
There's
certainly.
there's such a myriad of topics to talk about. And I just appreciate you having me here.
That's right, and we will do this again. Thanks so much for being with us.
Absolutely. Great to see you,
Great.
Austin. Okay, we'll let you get to your next.
Short program, still okay. One last thing, be courageous.